And I'm James. And our 11th thing is this pool table right here in our dorm wing. For our final project, we'll be examining some various aspects of the pool table. For example, the game of pool itself, the uniqueness of every individual pool table, specifically this one, and the impact it has on dorm life as a whole.
So, what do you use the pool table for?
Playing pool. That's pretty much it.
Playing pool.
I play pool on it.
I'd say playing pool.
I generally use the pool table to play pool.
Pool.
To play pool?
Anything else?
Nope, nothing else.
No.
Normally not. No.
No, I have considered sleeping on it, but I have not yet.
So the pool table itself is the artifact, but how exactly do we unpack it? What's in the black box? Those are really good questions, Zach. So you'll notice that all of our interviewees only use the pool table to actually play pool. Hey, Zach, I have an idea. Yeah? Let's try to use it for something else. James, this is ridiculous. Clearly, the table is only designed for playing pool, not for having some picnic. So you see, without the abstract set of rules that go along with the game, the table is absolutely worthless. Now, with any abstract set of rules, there's a certain strategy. How do you win the game? Let's see how some of our dorm mates approach it.
Do you have a strategy when you play pool, and if so, what is it?
Get as many balls in as fast as possible. I don't know, win. That's my strategy.
All I do is win, win, win.
Make as many balls as I can. No. I mean, definitely looking towards the next shot and where the cue ball is gonna roll after I presumably make the current shot. I guess it's the extent of my strategy.
That also depends on who I'm playing. If the person's good, like I'll just try to get my balls in as fast as possible. If the person's Lena, I just wait until she scratches.
So as you can see, each person has their own individual strategy when playing the game of pool. And that's a really important aspect of the game. So yeah, sure, people can give you tips and all, but in the end, you have to develop your own unique approach. The effectiveness of your strategy also contributes to your success as a player. And the variety of people's strategies helps diversify the game and makes it more interesting. So no two competitions will ever be the same. Now also, since both players have the same objectives and are both in control of their own shots, having a strategy on both offense and defense is a necessity. One of the key aspects of a good offensive strategy is to think ahead. So let's take a look at the table right now. I have the 1 and the 5, and only 2 balls left. So obviously the 5 is right next to the pocket, and it's a really easy shot. But if I were to sink that, then the cue ball would be over there, and I'd have nothing left to shoot at except for the 1, which is just completely out of the way. So what if I try to sink them both on the same shot? Well, that would involve sinking the 1 first, but that's actually pretty doable because it's in the side pocket. It's not ideal, but it would help a lot because I can go there, and then sink the 5, and then go for the 8 later that turn. So let's see what happens if I use a short-sighted strategy instead by just going for the easiest shot on the table, which is the 5. Because that's a very easy shot because it's right next to the corner. But now what? I really don't have a shot on the 1 because the cue ball is actually pretty far away and it doesn't even point in a pocket. So I can try to cut it into the corner, but that's probably not going to work. I scratched, basically. So you can see that I doubled my payoff by going for the forward-looking strategy, by hitting both of the balls in, instead of just getting 1 and leaving myself with nothing afterwards. Which is why it's important to think ahead and adapt your strategy throughout the entire game of pool. Now, we can also apply a thinking forward approach even if you have absolutely no shots on the table. So I mean, I guess I could try and get, say, the 1 ball in right here, and I could bounce it off the side right here so it comes back over here and careens out the 8 ball into the corner pocket. That would be a really fantastic shot. It would look really cool. But let's be honest, I'm probably going to miss it. And if I do,
that leaves Zach with a really easy shot at his 10 in the corner there. And then maybe even a potential setup to get the 12 in and then an 8-ball win. So I don't want to do that. I want to buy myself some time. So what I can do is I can play defensively by barely tapping the 1 and sneaking the cue ball right behind it so that Zach doesn't really have a shot at either of his 2. Now, by doing that, Zach has still not much. So what I've done is I've bought myself some time, and even though I couldn't have gotten either of these 2 in on that particular turn, I can wait another one without sacrificing the win.
Now, let's go in a different direction and talk about the artifact itself. So pool tables are all pretty standard. They all have 6 pockets, they have balls, and they have a cue ball. They also have cue sticks to hit the cue ball with. However, the passage of time can cause some slight variations. Are you kidding me? That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous, but I mean, hey, that's one of the charming quirks of our twin table. It's what we like to call the dead wall. How do you feel about the dead wall?
I enjoy the dead wall. I think it's fun. I think it's unique, and it gives us a home field advantage.
Depends on whose turn it is.
We should get a new pool table. It should be fixed.
I mean, it's not great, but we learn to adapt to it, and I feel like there's a growing stigma in our dorm about the usage of the dead wall and whether it's ethical or not, and it brings up some very difficult questions.
In addition to the dead wall, this table has a couple of other quirks. For example, when we got here, it tilted significantly towards this side. And to fix it, we put cards and napkins under the corners to level it out. There's also... So having seen all these crazy things, you need to remember to play the table as well as your opponent. And given our skill levels, it might actually be more important to play the table, and it could be a bigger factor in determining the outcome of the game.
Now, you've just seen some pretty ridiculous things you can do with our table. But there are actually some legitimate cool things that you can do on any table. Trick shots! So how does this particular table fit into this particular freshman dorm here at Stanford?
Let's see what our dorm mates have to say.
Okay, what makes pool the most fun for you? Or if you don't really like it, then why not?
I think the most fun part of pool is when you make the most absurd shots that don't seem humanly possible, and somehow they happen. And just seeing how you can somehow bend physics / bend the pool table to your will.
I think it's more fun to watch the people interact as they're playing pool. So kind of like the way they'll jokingly be competitive with each other, and sometimes when they make comments about like missing a certain ball, and it's quite amusing to watch.
I like it because anyone can play and decently like get on the game even if they're not that good.
Or the general kind of excitement of you know, playing pool, not knowing who's going to win, just like any other sport.
Okay, and then overall, what do you think you get out of playing pool and having this here in our dorm?
I enjoy it. I think it's a bond, or it's good for building friendship and bonding experience.
I mean, a lot of fun.
I think it's definitely a good thing for just fun and hanging out. It's nice to have in a lounge where people can just have fun there.
Just a way to get to know people as well in the dorm, right? Through pool games.
I think it builds a dorm community, and it's nice and close to my room, which is sick.
So I think it's a good place for people to, you know, become better friends.
I think A pool is just a fun way to build community and a kind of communal gathering place for people who might otherwise just be stuck in their room doing homework. So I think it's fun to kind of get out and see people and take a break from studying in a little pool.
So it seems from our responses that the very nature of this pool table allows it to be a fantastic gathering spot for people in a dorm. And you know, everyone might have different aspects of it, of the pool table, of the game, whatever, that they like the most. Everyone seems to agree that playing the game of pool is a very fun and accessible way to bond.
So, pool. It's this interactive game, and it also serves as a bonding tool for everyone in the dorm.
And besides, you don't even need to play pool to get enjoyment out of it. I mean, there are a large number of people in our dorm who just enjoy watching, and it can come up as a conversation topic later, like in the dining hall or something. Dude, hey, remember that one time you hit the totally awesome shot?
You're also not necessarily playing against other people, because you can be playing with them on teams, and it's only as competitive as you want it to be.
And keeping that in mind, I mean, none of us in the dorm are professionals. In fact, in the survey we conducted, not a single person ranked themselves at the highest skill level. So, I mean, although there are some people who are slightly better than others, sure, everyone has their up and down days. Also, there's a huge luck element due to our table.
Yeah, let's be real, it's not a very good pool table. But that's what makes it our pool table.
And that's a wrap.
That should do it.
Let's watch it and make sure we didn't do anything too weird.
Yeah.